That's right, Stanley. And please, let me know where you and Bubba register for your China.
Sure is for a pig. I know a ham turns out nicely at 325. I'm sorry, Rose. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm delirious with grief. So, there's nothing to be scared of. Okay, Dorothy, get the door. Come on.
Marguerite, how lovely to see you again. Please come in. Hello, ladies.
Welcome back, Marguerite. Why don't you just sit down and make yourself... Did Charlie ever tell you the story about how they found the dinosaur bones right outside St. Olaf?
Rose.
You see, Carl Nickerson was teaching his German shepherd to bury a herringbone. Carl was a vegetarian.
You haven't even mentioned about moving to Boston. Are you avoiding the subject?
I can't go with you, buddy.
But Rose...
No poppy seeds, they get caught under my dentures.
Sophia, at least you could pretend that you're concerned.
Really, I'm worried sick. Also, a half a dozen sour pickles and 2 prune Danish. I want the Lux to visit, not set up shop there.
I think that just might work. I mean, she thinks of herself as the godfather. I'll just make her an offer that she can't remember.
Sophia, thank you for coming.
Hello? No, we don't have a car for sale. No, you must have the wrong number.
Is it a man or a woman?
No, it's a woman interested in a Mercedes.
Sorry, the car's been sold.
Blanche, what is this all about?
I have figured out the most wonderful way to meet men.
That signals the end of the trivia lightning round. The blue team leads with 400 points, while the green team trails with a big fat 0. We'll be right back to take a spin on the big money wheel right after this commercial message.
A vacation. We thought you were going to tell her, Dorothy.
Well, I was waiting for the right moment, you know, like right after we landed in New York.
New York? I want to go to an island.
New York is an island.
No, I mean someplace where swarthy men who don't speak English rub oil all over your body.
Great, then we can go for a ride on the subway.
Oh, yeah, we had a wonderful visit. Excuse me, sir, but do you mind if I take a souvenir?
Go ahead. You got a lot of sweet memories here. I had a Grammy once myself. Okay, boys, let's go celebrate my birthday.
Blanche, you need a minute to say goodbye?
You.
God said you'd say that.
Ma,
He said you'd say that too.
Ma, stop this.
3 for 3.
No, this is ridiculous. You don't want to be a nun.
Yes, I do, Dorothy. God reminded me today that I've always had a dream, a very private dream, one I never talked about. When I was growing up, I wanted to join the convent.
Blanche and Thor and I will be out in the lanai, so you'll have the living room all to yourselves.
You were willing to do this?
Well, of course. Now, come on, let's go pick out the teeth you'll wear tonight.
You developed early, and all the boys noticed and hit on me. Not one boy was ever interested in my mind.
Get out of here.
It's true. But you, Blanche, I mean, men are drawn to you
Dorothy, I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but there's something about Jean that bothers me.
Bothers you?
Mm-hmm. Every time I suggest she go out on a date, the two of you change the subject.
Oh, come on, Blanche. That's ridiculous. Look, I think the rain is beginning to let up.
That way I'd have all the latest gossip around town.
Oh, you read me the gossip. In fact, I remember there was some kind of a scandal with a neighbor, I think. The name was, let's see, oh, thank you.
Phineas Winkler? I can't believe you remember that.
Well, in all fairness, Phineas Wiggler is a...
So I give the mother swallow, but he doesn't know where to stop, also like your Uncle Al. So we sing a little Puccini, stretch out on the couch, and take a nap together. All in all, a very pleasant afternoon.
Rose, the dog is drooling on my foot.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Look, Rose...
What would I do without her? I want her here with me all the rest of my life, and I want to be there with her too. So here I am, and there's going to be some changes made, and I love you, and what the hell are you doing opening a door in New York City without saying who's there?
I wasn't going to stay here, George. I missed you.
Believe it. Raymond called. He's got the flu and he can't take me to the big Valentine's Day dance. Oh, I guess I'll be keeping you company, Dorothy.
Why do you automatically assume that I don't have a date?
She assumes there are 7 days in a week.
Have another piece of chocolate, Ma. The doctor didn't know what... Ma, you are not dying.
I am, Dorothy. I had a dream last night, a death dream. Your father spoke to me.
Spoke to you? How?
Do I look like Rich Little? Just listen. I'm sitting in the living room, and the clock strikes 9. Then the bell rings. It's your father in his fedora. He always...
What are you doing?
It's the evil eye. I just put a Sicilian curse on you. You're not going to have a moment's peace till you hold that tree away.
You got me shaking in my boots.
Oh, Ma, why'd you do that? You just made matters worse with that ridiculous curse.
As long as Glenn and Dorothy are realistic and discreet about their situation, who are they really hurting?
No one. That's who.
Blanche, are you condoning their behavior? No, I'm just not passing judgment. Rose, sometimes life doesn't work out the way we'd like it to. Sometimes we have to just grab drink, you don't gamble, you don't dance. My God, what are you, a priest?
Yes.
So, where are you guys from? I think I detected an accent.
What does it matter? Life is just one bottomless pit of muck and despair.
Found in certain trees and plants. Rose.
What is juicy fruit?
No, I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Charlie, you rang in.
I didn't mean to buzz. I was just scratching myself.
It's going to be a very costly...
I think I had that once. How the heck did you ever catch it in your foot?
It's a very small tumor, Ma. I've had it for about 20 years.
A tumor? It sounds serious.
No. It's a very simple surgical procedure. As a matter of fact, I'd only be in...
No. Well, that's not fair. Last week you got to keep the box boy who followed you home. There, you see, you don't need a dog. If you're lonely, get yourself a man. I don't want a man. I just want to come home from work and have someone jump. That is one of the stupidest stories I've ever heard. Which proves my first impression of you was right. Blanche, I have an idea. Why don't we invite Barbara Thorndike over for dinner and give her another chance? Sure, why not, if it makes Dorothy happy? Come on, let's go to the movie. Yes.
I'll bet. I remember our one date when I told you I didn't like girls, and you told everyone. Everyone. Well, guess what? I still don't like girls, and I don't like you.
Ted! Oh, who cares?
So I guess the most...
Announcement to make.
A mess of something. I'll scare us up a mess of something.
Anyway, I've been doing a lot of soul searching, and as long as the family...
I'm 55 and Rose has 6 brothers.
Oh, I'm talking about the bowling alley. I mean down the bowling.
I want them to know that we're sneaking in all this extra practice.
Oh, right. Morning. Morning. Well, you two are up kind of early.
But not as early as you two. But then again, you need...
It's congested.
Well, what about my chest? It needs heat, too.
I don't care about your chest. I just care about my chest.
Well, you're the only one who does.
Okay, Dorothy, slip this on.
Oh, forget it, Ma. I don't have the strength to stand up.
If you don't try it on now, I can't finish it by Saturday.
Oh, who am I kidding? I'm not going to be able to go to that banquet.
Paws were too big and that the other dogs would laugh at her.
Well, they did. They used to bark and point at her.
Everybody pointed at her. You made her wear a bonnet and matching booties.
Don't change the subject on me, Lily. Honey,
With my $10, I got that can opener I always...
Don't say no, just hear me out. Do you think I'm cute?
Oh, Ma.
Just answer.
Yes, Ma, I think you're cute.
Would you say cute verging on adorable?
Sophia, what's this all about?
Just...
Oh, let's see how she did. Help her out. Okay, Dorothy, let's see how you did. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 6, 7, 8, $900!
It all began when your great-grandfather, Nicodemo, was run down by Marco Venuccio's milk wagon.
He ran him down in cold blood?
Very cold. Grandpa was already dead. Unfortunately, there was a gravedigger strike, so the family was using him as a temporary scarecrow.
Sure. This time I know what to expect.
You're having the same operation again? I mean, don't they get it right around here the first time?
Oh, no, it's nothing like that. About 3 years ago, I had a mastectomy. And, well, now I'm in for another.
And you're not scared?
I'm petrified.
Oh, how are we doing, ladies?
Well, to be honest, we're just a little nervous.
All right. Let's go over the plan one more time.
Check. At 1800 hours, we enter the suspect's domicile. At 1830 hours, we sit down to dinner. After wine is poured, at approximately 1840 hours, I begin telling... Everybody thinks his hometown is pretty special.
I know I do. I'll never forget when I went back after many, many years. Everything was just as I remembered it. Garbage in the street, prostitutes in the doorways, a couple of guys hanging from their heels in the town square. Oh, I can't go on. Got a handkerchief?
I think much of the credit goes to the food. It's original yet familiar, piquant yet comforting. Blanche tells me she worked very closely with the caterer.
Did she tell you they were naked most of the time?
You'll have to excuse my mother. She was a witness to the Hindenburg disaster.
How about I make us a little drink before we leave?
Well, maybe one.
Okay. Oh, I wonder how this thing works. Oh, just like the Jetsons. Now let's just sit up.
You.
Oh, but Dorothy, you don't get it. My accountant reminded me that I've been audited before and I've never had to pay a penny in back taxes. I have a way with auditors. The last time I was audited, I got money back from the government.
Blanche, it's not a refund when the auditor leaves 220s.
Just think about it. Who would you rather live with, your sister or a goat?
Give me a minute. All right, I'll do it.
Wonderful, wonderful.
While you're in Sicily getting your things in order, we'll be looking for a place for you to live.
Well, wait a minute. Why should she have to make 2 trips? We can send for her things.
Eve, what a terrible day we've been having.
What are you telling me for? You think I'm hiding Father Flanagan under here? Got my own problems.
What's wrong, Ma?
Today was the worst day I've ever had at the hospital, not counting the unfortunate mistake Dr. Feldman made during my gallbladder surgery.
I mean, we got a problem.
I guess that without thinking about it, you'd become a very comfortable part of my life. When I thought you were gone, suddenly life wasn't so comfortable anymore. I really missed you.
You miss knowing Bushman awaits. Hey, I haven't spent this much time thinking about...
Hey, it's okay. I'm just curious. See, I don't belong here either.
You don't?
No. I'm in graduate school. I'm here kind of undercover working on my doctorate in sociology.
Now, I knew it. The minute we started talking, I said to myself, now, how could a bright boy like him end up here? Well, you're more like my own son.
Hey, everybody. We've got some great news.
We found a place. It's absolutely perfect. It's near the beach, it's reasonably priced, and it's just the right size.
Ma, that's great.
We're so excited, we can't wait to show it to you.
$200.
Sold.
When would you like the services?
Gee, I don't know.
Well, how about Thursday night?
Thursday night? Crazy. Not Thursday, hell no.
Sorry, I forgot. The Cosby Show. How about Friday?
You have a TV guide we could check? I got 1 million of them.
That's okay, Ma. I don't think I'm going to be doing my stand-up routine anymore.
How come? You were great.
This morning I realized that what I've been doing is no different from my dream. I mean, every time I stand in front of a classroom, I face the same challenges. Only I come away with something that I didn't feel last night.
Because you haven't accepted his death yet. Thank you. I've never been psychoanalyzed by a dipstick before.
I wonder who they are.
You mean you don't know them?
No.
Now this is awful.
What? What's all?
The tie.
Ma, Rose isn't talking to me.
Enjoy it while it lasts. Now good luck.
Honey, oh, hi, Dorothy. Honey, can I talk to you?
No, go away.
But I can't sleep, Sophia, and it's all because Rose isn't talking to me.
I could care less. Now get out of my room.
Sophia?
I'm not in.
Miami, you got style. Blue sky, sunshine, white sand by the mile. There's more clubs and nightclubs, all within reach. Dance the samba till morning, then lie on the beach. Each view is a
In front of your face.
We were feeling so sorry for ourselves, we forgot we are celebrating Christmas with family.
Merry Christmas, Rose. Merry Christmas, Blanche.
Merry Christmas, Dorothy. Merry Christmas, Blanche.
Merry Christmas, Rose.
What the hell is this, the Waltons?
Well, on about your silly concert.
Oh, Blanche, I'm sorry. What can we do for you?
Nothing. I decided I have to do it myself. Since the dean was no help whatever, I've decided the only one who can help me is me. Oh, I'm going to show that Professor Cooper something. Now, if you will excuse me, ladies, I have some tall studying to do. Only first, I think, as a reward for working...
Go to hell, all of you!
Actually, she took it better than I expected.
I've been talking to that good-looking reporter over there.
Married life. I was so careful about money. And all the time Stanley had his hand in the cookie jar.
In the olden days, the Vikings would cut off your hand if they caught you stealing. They'd cut out your tongue if they caught you lying. They'd cut off your feet if they caught you trespassing.
Too bad there wasn't a Viking around when Stanley knocked you up. Happiest of my life. But my Dorothy might be right. Maybe it's not possible to fall in love so quickly. Maybe it's not possible at all at our age. But it sure felt like it the other night when we were walking along the beach and you took me in your arms and you said, Sophia, look up at that beautiful moon.
What do you want to do instead?
I know. Let's rent an adult video, drink mimosas, and French kiss the pillows.
I don't think so, Blanche.
Fine, I'm out of ideas. You think of something.
How about if we rearrange the furniture in the living room? How did she die?
You know, we're not sure. One night, she left in her wheelchair and she never came back. The next day, the neighborhood kids had a go-kart with two really big fat wheels. You can't stay.
Why, you're embarrassed by your own mother?
When she's dressed like Vasco da Gama, yes.
Excuse me, am I in the right place?
Oh, wow, are you ever?
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Patrick Vaughan.
What happened with the research and development deal?
That was just me trying to get some extra cash to tide me through the holidays.
You mean you were going to cheat us?
Oh, sure, if you want to label everything.
Stan, how could you?
What did you want me to tell you, Dorothy? That I was broke? That I miscalculated the public taste? I thought I was going to go through the roof with my...
Now, we're getting married, and if you can't deal with that, you don't have to see us. But that means you also won't get to see your grandchild. Say what? I'm pregnant.
Greta, can I talk to you? He's crying out with pain and making the most spectacular comeback since Dennis Hopper.
Are you all right, Sophia? Of course I'm all right. It's just that halfway to the contest I realized I forgot the wine. For your muscles, Marinara? No, for me. I always drink wine during cooking contests and my sister Sam.
In front of your face. We were feeling so sorry for ourselves. We forgot. We are celebrating Christmas with family.
Merry Christmas, Rose. Merry Christmas, Blanche.
Merry Christmas, Dorothy. Merry Christmas, Blanche.
Merry Christmas, Rose. What the hell is this, the Waltons?
Come on now, Blanche. Are you telling me that you'd feel the same way about him if he didn't have a dime to his name?
Absolutely. I just have to see other men behind his back.
Oh, come on.
I was trying to drive a wedge between you because I didn't want to be left alone, but I'm ashamed of that now. So I'm not going to oppose this union. I'm going to celebrate it. I'm going to lift a glass to it. I'm going to ask God to bless it. I cannot wait to go back there and rub their noses in it.
Isn't it wonderful how you make lifelong bonds when you join a sorority?
No, I never belonged to a sorority. I was blackballed.
Oh, I think that is so cruel. The Alpha Yams didn't have blackballing. We believed that any girl who wanted to help her community and foster...
Don't you just love the style, the technique, the use of color?
Yeah. I'd give anything to own a painting like that.
How about that painting for a new roof?
You're kidding.
Of course she's kidding. That painting means everything to me. I could never part with it.
Sophia, are you crazy?
Crazy about the kibble.
Ma'am, A Midsummer Night's Dream. If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme no more yielding, but it...
I get it. Hello. Hi, Walter. How are you?
Yeah, I feel like a caged animal in heat, too.
Walter, you naughty boy. Keep on talking.
What is this? Some kind of sick joke?
All right, everybody, now just stop. Okay, so there's been a little misunderstanding, but the point is you're all here, and you were invited to celebrate Sophia's life and the wonderful times you've shared.
Certainly is.
Oh, well, this is great. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to have a big shower and a beautiful wedding out on the lanai. It'll be wonderful.
You know, from here on in, I guess I'm going to have to get used to calling you Dorothy Zbornak.
Rose, you've always called me Dorothy.
Good night.
Ma, I am not gay. I just wanted to get your reaction.
I'll tell you the truth, Dorothy. If one of my kids was gay, I wouldn't love him one bit less. I would wish him all the happiness in the world.
It's because you're the greatest mother in the world.
Don't look at me. I haven't had a raw vegetable in 6 months.
That's Mr. Percy, our station manager.
Well, the secret's out. Our consumer reporter, Enrique Mas, has announced that he's leaving the show and moving on to the network. But we feel we found the perfect replacement. She's dramatic.
Life.
Your husband sold horseshoes? I thought he sold insurance.
Oh, he sold insurance for a while, but Charlie wasn't very good at it. As soon as people said no, he'd give up. Well, insurance salesmen have to keep going till they get a yes. They have to keep talking and talking and talking. Back, Blanche, because if you ever look down this way, everything falls. She wrote it in about an hour and called it in, or turned it in or something, and we had a second scene that was hilarious. I remember it being that one.
It was
Maybe
very
wasn't.
easy. I had looked in a mirror.
And I've known some real disappointment, too, believe me.
Rose, you're not going to tell us that story about the exploding pig again, are you?
I never told you a story about an exploding pig, Dorothy. It was a peg-legged pig. Our possum was the one that exploded.
Not a sound.
Well, it never seemed to warrant one.
Yeah. Do you talk?
I've always wanted to, but at that point it seems that nobody is ever interested in conversation.
Not conversation. I mean, dirty talk. Look, if the tickets are that hard to get, maybe we just weren't meant to go.
Maybe you weren't, Rose, but 2 weeks from now I intend to be sitting in front of old Blue Eyes himself, live in person, middle-aged spread and all.
You can take off a few pounds by then if you put your mind to it. Goomba!
All right, now you kids go out, have fun. I won't wait up. Do anything you want to her.
Will do.
Well, Mel Bushman is picking me up in 15 minutes.
Blanche, George called America. Magda, how can you be such an expert on America when you've only been here a few days?
I know that communist system is more fair.
How can you say that? People all over the world are realizing that communism doesn't work.
It worked for me. I had automatic can opener, I had toaster, and I was very near top of the list to
think. I mean, I'd give them both my kidneys. I'd cut them out myself.
Me too. I'd give them my heart.
I'd give to all my children, except Phil.
Why not Phil?
Because he never calls, he never writes. I only hear from him at Christmas when he sends me a cheddar cheese nativity scene.
College.
Oh my God, he's flying. What are you trying to do, pickle yourself so you'll live to be 100?
Fine, I'll wipe it off. Tomorrow, I'll be in a wheelchair.
Good night, Mom.
Good night. Keep it up, I'll be the Dramamine.
Hi. I hope I'm not too early.
You're right on time. There's something I want to tell you. I'm not the baby's mother. I'm a grandmother.
I don't believe this.
I should have told you sooner.
Of all of us. Now, is there anything I can get you from the kitchen?
Just bread and water. Maybe I'll acquire a taste.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're a family now, so now it's our home.
Rabbits. Gonna raise me some rabbits as big as your head.
Ma.
Sophia.
Yeah, later.
Stanley, I want to talk about these gifts.
No need, babe. Did you think the old stick man could hit the jackpot and not share with his very best used to be? Let me show you something. Come on. Pour vous, mon ex.
Oh, a new convertible.
Grounds.
It won't be the same. Dorothy, they're going to build a cheap motel here.
You'll be back. And you can look at these magnificent magnolias and stroll that beautiful hillside and... Ma, what the hell are you doing on the roof? For you who's exhausted. Maestro, how about something with a little octane?
Okay, little lady. All right, boys, take it away. A 1, 2, 3, 4.
but you know, my room's next to Blanche's.
Boy, something smells good in here. What's for lunch?
It's cat food, Sophia.
Is that seafood medley? Yes, it is. They used to feed that to us every Sunday at the home.
Well, they did not make you eat cat food at Shady Pond. Now I want you to look me in the eye and tell me you're not lying.
I'm not lying.
Sophia, it's for you. He says his name is Tony the Hook.
Tell him I'll call him back. What are you looking at? He's my butcher.
What about what you said last night?
If you had let me finish my thought, Colonel Gaddafi, you might have understood. I said I thought this kind of relationship was wrong for you.
Well, it's not.
Dorothy, I'm your mother. I know you. You're a loving and sensitive person. But this isn't going to be enough someday. You'll be...
I'm scared.
Look, pussycat, even though it's going to hurt a lot, and I do mean a lot, there's something very special about bringing a new life into this world. And this child's got a lot of love waiting for him right here. Everybody's your friend.
Oh, Sophia, I don't think it's a good idea to drink in the park.
Hey, I do it once a month with the girls from the Cloud Society.
The Cloud Society?
Yeah, we stake out a bench, knock a few sherries back, and discuss what we think the clouds look like. My heart is pounding in my ears. But then again, it always pounds in my ears. I could see the finish line. It was only 200-300 yards away. And then it happened. What every runner dreads. I hit the wall.
No, you ran out of steam.
No, I actually hit a wall.
It's just two little words, but they are the hottest two little words in all the whole world for me to say.
Not tonight.
No. Pastor's always been a man there to catch it.
Oh. Blanche, you're being ridiculous. You are as attractive and desirable as you always were. But a lot of men can be frightened by that. They don't know if they can handle that much woman. So every once in a while, this will happen. Now, Blanche, it takes us...
Well, you're really angry, aren't you? Where has this louse been all these years? But I assure you there's an explanation. Halibut.
I'm sure there is. I bet you're quite a smooth talker. I'm sure it wasn't the uniform that my mother fell for.
Into a bar up the street, and while I was there, it dawned on me. If we use Mitchelson, we're going to look like the rich slumlords we're not.
Well, then who are we using?
Well, as luck would have it, I met somebody at the bar who doesn't have that much experience, but I was very impressed.
Boy, Stan, it's jumping around the bell. The farmer takes a wife. The farmer takes a wife.
Such a beautiful bride. Such a lovely church. Such a long walk. Oh, God, my hamstring. I've blown out my hamstring. No, I'm okay.
Now I lay me down to sleep. You know, I'd almost forgotten about that night.
With all of us cramped into that bed, I had to sleep in positions I never thought possible.
Me too.
Charming,
Yes.
irresistible to men.
My God, Clayton, you are me. I still just can't...
Blanche, I spent a long time lying to myself. It felt a lot better when I stopped.
Now, why should we take this poor little thing to jail? She hasn't done anything. Just because her parents abandoned her, does that mean we should too?
Being abandoned is the worst. I know, I was almost abandoned.
Almost?
I was 9. It was the last night of the deep root vegetable.
Right here on the stage. Pardon me? Oh, I'm sorry, that was just an ad lib.
Blanche Devereaux?
Just a moment.
Night.
I'm working off all my excess sexual energy.
Why don't we just hook you up to the toaster and make Pop-Tarts?
Don't make fun, Dorothy. This is the 5th Friday night in a row I haven't had a date.
Honey, you're just in a little slump.
Is that what this is? I've never been in one before.
How's the patient?
Will you turn off that damn light? I'm trying to sleep. Where am I? Who am I? Why am I so wrinkled?
Don't be alarmed. Temporary amnesia is not uncommon.
Sophia? It's Stan.
Thank you.
Damn, I'm good.
I just don't believe I'm about to see Jamie again. Last time I saw him was at George's funeral. Of course, I didn't look all that good. Red is such a bad color on me.
You wore red to George's funeral?
I can understand why you'd be a little nervous.
You know, no matter how many times you have to go through something like this, I guess you never really prepared for it. Look at me. My hands are shaking. I'm sweating. My head is spinning. I wish I could be only a little nervous.
Dr. Watkins to OR, Dr. Watkins.
That's when Shady Pines burned down and you came here to live with us.
Oh, yeah. I'm not wearing underpants.
Mrs. Petrillo, were you acquainted with the late Maria Hartgrove?
She died. Good riddance. God rest her soul.
We have a deathbed confession from her stating that the two of you
Say that there were 2 things a lady could never have enough of. Lace handkerchiefs and gentlemen callers. Maybe next Mother's Day I'll bring you a gentleman caller. You want to go in the dining room, have some tea?
Not right now, darling.
Girls, look at this! You know, I remember wearing this outfit the night George took me to Woodstock. Oh, what a night. I will never forget it. Listening to the music of Mr. Richie Havens and Mr. Bob Me.
But you think it's going to be that easy getting rid of me, Rose? That was rhetorical, Rose. Oh, but what a comforting thought, knowing you'll never be alone.
And listen, what the hell, if we do have to go to a nursing home, let's all go together.
Quickly it goes. Listen, Rose, honey, it's been a very tough night for all of us. So why don't we go home and rest, and we'll talk about your trip.
Dorothy, don't you realize what happened? I died and came back. I was given a second chance. A chance to do all the things I've never done. A chance to live my life.
He is gorgeous, isn't he, girl? There's not a woman at the museum who hasn't been after him from the day he arrived.
Oh, women can be so silly. They think because you are an artist, you must also be a great lover. They think because you are...
In 2 hours.
Well, that's because we need promotion.
You know Blanche is right. It doesn't matter how good your product is, you have to know how to promote it. That sure was the case with Fritz Vanderhoeven, who owned the St. Olaf Motor Coach Company.
They built a car in St. Olaf?
They sure did.
At least something good came out of that horrible night.
Hello.
Side effect they could never figure out.
I'm feeling better. I think I'll go check the stand. The big beach festival is this weekend. We have to be open for that. If we don't make some money, we'll lose our lease.
Max, it is out of the question.
She's right. We're too sick. The dream is ended.
No. I never thought I'd be looking for my mother in the morgue. Oh, I can't believe, the last words I said to her were, "Shut up, Zulu." I just wish it was me that was lost instead of Ma.
You'd be a lot easier to find.
Ma! Did you see it?
Well, Dorothy, to be fair, one of them was Stan.
Do I sense a tinge of envy there, Miss Going, Gone for $25.50?
You can't put a price tag on beauty, Dorothy.
Oh, sure you can.
Precious?
He mauled me, Rose.
Buster did that, but he seemed so sweet.
Well, he may be, Rose, but he just doesn't like me. Yeah. Sometimes in life that happens. For instance, I don't like you.
But everybody likes me.
Can't say that anymore, Rose.
Do you really?
With mine.
What?
Rose used it.
Ma, that is just ignorant paranoia.
Hey, I'm making progress. Yesterday I was using the bathroom down at the Shell station.
You know, it's attitudes like that that add to the panic about this. Now, what is wrong with you?
Hey, one little slip and you're all over my back. It won't happen again. Relax.
Deep inside.
Listen, when I thought I was moving, I was going to give each one of you a gift. But I want you to have them anyway.
Why, Sophia, how sweet.
Oh, honey, you shouldn't have.
Oh, Ma, this is so lovely.
You're the damn liar. I wouldn't sleep with you if you were the last man in creation. Now, why did you lie?
Well, the reason is I was trying.
Why?
It all started.
Why?
Nobody ever listens to me.
Quit whining, you wimp, and tell me why you lied.
That is the reason. Nobody ever listens to me. They never have. I'm a wimp, just like you.
Okay, Dorothy. If that's your real name. How is that coffee?
Terrific.
Actor. Finding a waterfall. If you don't find anything in an hour, head back for the coastline, follow it around, and look for our fire. Now move. I said move!
Dorothy, should we be listening to Rose?
Quiet. I don't think we're allowed to talk while we work.
But I was not going to let it break us up. We are staying together. I don't care what happens. We are family. We are a team.
Come on, everybody. Group hug. You don't have to worry about people misspelling your last name all the time.
Is your last name difficult to spell?
Yes, but I'm getting better at it.
This must be our patient.
No, Jerry. It's the old paralyzed lady on the couch.
Doctor, I just don't understand. She was fine this morning. Ladies to me.
Enjoy it while it lasts. Now, good night.
Honey, oh, hi, Dorothy. Honey, can I talk to you?
No, go away.
But I can't sleep, Sophia, and it's all because Rose isn't talking to me.
I could care less. Now get out of my room.
Sophia?
I'm not in. Wait for the beep, then leave a message.
And now I'd like to thank all those bake sale participants who raised money for the Religious Cult Deprogramming Center. I'm happy to report that Doris Levy's son Marshall is now...
Is always nervous when her daughter Teresa comes for a visit. Of course, her daughter is a hitman for the mob. The rumor is she dated Frank Sinatra. You know the song, The Lady is a Tramp? It used to be Teresa is a Tramp. Well, they had to change it for legal reasons.
Ma, what are you talking about?
Why? What happened?
They fired me. And it's all her fault.
How could they fire Mr. Terrific?
How? I'll tell you how. The newly hired cheese puffs and a sensitive assistant both on the verge of collapse. Whatever the problem is, overlook it. My mother did with my marriage.
And if you say something smart, I'll slap you silly.
Listen, this is a private moment.
See, Sophia, we have great times together.
And it just won't be the same without you, Sophia.
Hey, this isn't easy for me either, but I have to do what I have to do. What is it I have to do?
Absolutely.
Really?
Oh, yes, we'll take care of you.
Oh, I don't know how to thank you.
Now, you come into the kitchen with me, honey. I'll get you some pickles and ice cream.
Oh, no thanks. I don't have any strange cravings yet.
Strange?
Well, you probably want to get her operational as soon as possible. After all, she's quite a showpiece. Where do I install her?
Well, actually, Lou, we're going to install her ourselves. Follow me.
Hold it. You're not serious.
Why not?
Oh, ladies, the installation of a toilet's a very delicate procedure. You got to go to school. You got to be...
Hey, you got any decent nectarines?
There's nothing wrong with those nectarines.
Please, I got a bowl of wax bananas that'll be right before these,
You're crazy. This nectarine...
Well, I thought you said it was all over between you two.
Well, I thought it was, but she came to the hospital as soon as she heard.
Oh, so you're going to let one little gesture of goodwill end our relationship?
Well, she was here when I needed someone the most, and I realized how much we still mean to each other.
I'm very happy for you.
Trampoline Village.
I told you, I thought you were taking me to Shady Pines. To tell you the truth, I was beginning to look forward to the Chicken a la King.
Now, you really think I was trying to deceive you?
Well, I was, but I don't anymore. Now I think you're trying to kill me.
Ma, I know you're frightened, but do you think that I would be pushing for this
A
up?
feeling of sisterhood should be allowed to join.
It's very commendable.
As long as she could castrate a sheep.
There was a service organization in Sicily with similar membership requirements. Except that instead of a sheep, it usually involved a mayor from a neighboring...
Where are you going, Kirsten?
I'm going to go talk to the doctor about you. I think my mother needs to be with her family now. All of her family.
You can only stay a few...
I dreamt my Uncle Giuseppe came down from heaven and was pointing a finger at me. I think it was a finger. And he was warning me if I did a certain thing, I wouldn't get into heaven.
What thing?
Try murder.
It was just a dream, Sophia.
It's not just...
Perfect for it. And the best part is, he's going to have it displayed at his big show at the museum.
Blanche, I can't believe you're actually going through with this.
Well, of course I am, Rose. Laszlo is a world-famous sculptor. This is my opportunity to be immortalized forever in a classic work of art. Property at the time.
Don't listen to Blanche.
All right, it was his bathtub, and we were blowing suds off of each other when she walked in.
Blanche, what is the point of this story?
Point? Well, there's no point. I just like telling it. Well, Floyd McCall, oh, shame on you sneaking up on us like that. And in front of this young child, too.
Blanche, this is Linda.
Hello, Linda, honey. Is your daddy taking you out to lunch?
Linda's just a friend, Blanche.
Oops. Oh, Floyd, I'm just so embarrassed.
Oh, no, I just have something in my eye.
That's dog love in your eyes.
All right, I admit it, I love dogs. It just breaks my heart that dog is gone.
I know. I felt the same way when I dropped him off. That's why I stuck it in corn on the cob. Of course, he didn't actually get a lot of it into his mouth. So they'd cream what fell on his pants and he'd eat it later.
Why don't you two run along the store? I'll just stay here with Emily.
Come on, let's go to that all-night market over...
Rose. Oh, Rose. Grow up.
crazy when I told him.
No, that's what fathers do. They yell and they barbecue. That's what separates them from the apes.
Well, what did your father do when he found out you were pregnant?
He chased Stan for 3 blocks with a salami.
How come?
They don't leave Mom.
Virginia, you knew I was dating him. Then I had to go to the country to visit Aunt Augusta. When I got back, I had Poison Ivy and you had Tom. I loved that boy. I wanted to marry him. We were serious.
You only had 2 dates with him?
I was fast.
I swear, I didn't think that you liked him at...
I still can't say I understand what you're doing, but I do intend to try to respect your decision to do it. I want you to be happy.
I am happy, Blanche.
I know.
So are you telling me you are ready to have a brand new brother-in-law?
Scum gathers on your elbow joint. I'm sorry, I skipped page 62.
Listen, Rose, this is not working. We've been here a whole week and nothing has gone right. I'm ready to throw in the wrench and start using the Texaco station down the street.
Dorothy, please don't. I was at a picnic when I delivered Kirsten.
Well, how was that fortunate?
Lucky Gunther already had boiling water in his corn pot. Before you knew it, I was kissing her little buttery, salted head.
Dorothy was born during the Depression. Mine.
Sven, I have some bad news.
Is it bad news?
Yes, it's bad.
Were you two the cousins who played the banjo in Deliverance?
Rose, what's wrong?
Oh, that was the counseling center. I have to work today. Now who's going to show Sven the sights?
She's the one.
I'm really happy for you.
So, Michael, when do we get to meet Lorraine?
Tomorrow, if that's okay. I already invited her. She's staying with her family in Miami Beach. We thought maybe we'd get the 2 families together Sunday.
Oh, terrific idea. I can't wait to meet her.
Before you do, Mom, there is something about her you should know.
Here's on Saturday night. We'd grab our dog Binky and we'd fly into the...
I hope you're not mad at me for keeping Ma out so late.
Of course not. But now you're here in front of me and you can't run away. And I finally get to have what you tried to cheat me out of. I finally get to say goodbye, Stanley.
Look, Dorothy,
I said goodbye, Stanley.
I think Norman's finally going to invite me to the premiere of Give 'Em Hell, Harry, starring Mr. Father Mulcahy from MASH.
What does that have to do with Marguerite?
Well, it was her potion that brought us together.
Oh, please, Blanche, you still think that Marguerite has some kind of mystical powers?
Oh, all right.
Oh, I thought you were going to stab Stan.
Don't be ridiculous. I mean, do you honestly believe that I would stab Stan at my own daughter's wedding?
Oh, no, I guess not.
Well, of course not. I would wait until after the wedding. There are too many witnesses.
If you can find something to compliment him on.
Hi. Is it my imagination, or do you have less hair on your knuckles?
Well, it could be, Sophia. At my age, everything starts to go.
Sophia, it's miles. They're $150 a month.
Little problem. Rose, how could you get our hopes up like that? I mean, who has an extra $150 a month?
I do.
What?
I do. We'll use that bonus check I got at work.
Blanche,
Don't try and talk me out of it.
She'll be buried in an unmarked grave in a potter's field.
Gee, that's too bad. Any more of that cheesecake?
Blanche, how can you be so callous?
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to pretend to be in mourning. Mrs. Claxton worked overtime at being a horrible, nasty woman.
Yeah, Blanche is right. I mean, that's why nobody wants to go to her funeral.
Only thing I recognized in there was studs.
This isn't gonna work.
No.
Listen, it's impossibile.
Sì, è impossibile, ho capito. Ma sai che cosa voglio fare? Voglio portare io una squadra di uomini per lavorare qui a spese mie,
Vincenzo has...
Richard, you know I am very, very fond of you. But I think we have a problem.
A problem? Let's look at it.
But when you first proposed to me, the thing that scared me the most was the idea of being a mother again. Goes on.
In my village in Sicily, we had a custom. If your mother-in-law died, you were forced to wear a hair shirt, eat dirt, and pound your head on a rock. Anything to keep you from laughing.
Ma, you're making this up.
So what? I'm old. I'm supposed to be colorful.
Dorothy.
Transparent.
You're the one who always complains that her birthday parties are dull and boring. When I saw Mr. Ha-Ha's advertised on television, it looked like fun.
Yeah, for a 5-year-old, Rose. Or someone who thinks like one.
I ruined your birthday.
Oh, no, you haven't. You haven't ruined
You're
it.
there or not. I don't want to die alone. Please, help me.
Oh, no. I just have something in my eye.
That's dog love in your eyes.
All right, I admit it. I love dogs. It just breaks my heart that that dog is gone.
I know. I felt the same way when I dropped him off. That's why I stopped.
The man's as gay as a picnic basket.
Ma, that...
Nobody takes my mama's jewels without swinging for it. Nighty-night.
So those are the facts, ladies. It's not a pretty picture. 1 out of...
Just exactly what is this surprise, Daddy?
Well, now, I don't want you to get too excited, but Margaret and I are planning on walking down the aisle together. Is she happy or sad?
I'm not sure. I've never heard her make that sound before.
No, I once heard her make that sound.
Nice to know I have a friend like you who cares.
Dorothy, I have a confession to make. Rose didn't lose Fernando. I gave him to Daisy when she was helping out with the rummage sale.
Well, then there's no problem, honey. Just call Daisy and get Fernando back. She's a very sweet...
Operate at a profit. Our patients' Social Security and Medicare pay most of our bills. Government subsidies pick up the slack so we can meet minimum standards.
Well, then maybe minimum standards aren't enough.
Right again. And this year the government's made cutbacks. We're operating in the red and doing the best we can.
Are you telling me...
Well, you must be Blanche's sister.
You must be blind.
Sophia's home just burned down.
Well, that's terrible.
Not to me. It was a retirement home, and you know what they did? They set off the fire alarm in a retirement home. Who can touch? Do I have your $1,200?
You have my blessing and you have my money.
For another 1,000, I could go first class.
Arrivederci.
So what?
Rose, do it for the kids. It's a chance to get them reading.
All right, I'll do it. And not just for the kids. I just feel it's time I gave something back to the chicken community. After all, a chicken once saved my life.
I can see how close the two of you are and how close you are to Rosa Blanche.
Well, we've all learned a lot from each other. Hey, Ma taught me life does not end because you've reached a certain age, and I've become much more comfortable with my sexuality because of Blanche. And Rose has taught me...
Home this morning. Someone's buying me breakfast.
Someone?
Okay, quit badgering me. It's Alvin.
Alvin from the boardwalk?
No, Rose, Alvin from the Chipmunks.
Girl! Ma, face it, you cannot be trusted. Every time you get yourself into something like this, I have to end up covering for you. I am not going to end up taking care of this dog.
Did I ever mention that I almost died giving birth to you? The pain was so intense they gave me a towel to bite on. Broke her hip, fell through the shower doors, hit her head against the sink, got a concussion, and swallowed her dentures. To hear her complaining, you think no one else had problems. I took some of her cookies. You hungry?
No, I'm too upset to eat.
Honey, they're doing everything they can.
Stop her. I hold up 2 lit sparklers with my hands, and I play, hey, look me over with my feet.
While smoking a cigarette?
No.
Oh, darn, you were this close. Goodbye.
Oh, Dorothy, we're in trouble. We've auditioned a dozen musicians. The banquet is less than...
They sit like that all day, every day. He's even started referring to my husband as that dumb Bajagaloop.
How'd you know that she was my mother?
Just a guess. From the way you were watching. And after what happened yesterday, I thought you might show up.
He told you about the...
There's no Twin Oaks to go back to. I sold it.
You what?
Sold it. Sold everything. Well, now, if I'm going to go out on the road and do this thing right, I need money.
All right, this has gone far enough. I will not allow you charge of cheese. Or Lincoln, great statesman or gas guzzler?
Idiots in positions of power.
Good one.
Pussycat.
Rose, you're just incredible on Miami Vice Trivia. I've never met anyone so smart.
Ed, for a policeman, you've led a very sheltered life.
Come on, everybody, we're going home. I just put popcorn in the microwave.
Listen, Ed, I'm sorry. You're a nice guy, but I have to go.
You know something, Dorothy? You don't have to tell me this if you don't want to. But underneath it all, you believe in them, don't you? You did from the very beginning. Oh, I'm glad.